Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. All right, so this week up on the docket, we are going to be talking about the stuff we've been doing this week,
Mm-hmm.
progress we've made, and any updates we have for you. And then we'll be going into the actual update for this week, which is actually pretty cool. There's quite a bit to go over this week, so that's
Oh,
pretty
cool.
good. And then before we get into that, though, I actually did want to go over a mysterious blog that did come up the other day.
I'm excited about it. I don't
Yeah,
know what it means, but it's
it
interesting.
did remind me of some other stuff, which is, I mean, maybe that makes it even cooler potentially.
Oh,
But we will dive into that, and then we'll be finishing off with a Q&A, of course.
cool.
But before we get into any of that, Michelle, how's it going?
Pretty well. So big things I wrote down that happened this week.
Big tings.
Big things. Both happened yesterday.
Nice.
The first, I got 98 Slayer.
Oh wow, that's actually really close.
Yep. I know. I
For
feel
some
like
reason, I thought you said 88. I was like, all
no. I
right.
told him this morning, and I was like, "Well, I was fake acting surprised." Okay. No, you are surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 98. Yeah, to be fair, he's also been up like 24 hours. But anyway, it's super cool. I almost feel like getting 98 was like the most, almost more exciting than 99 because then you could just keep saying, yeah, only one more level. Yeah, less than a level. Less than a level of 99. It's whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels good.
I mean, it's pretty cool because it's also one of the longest 99s in the game, probably.
Which is so weird. I was talking about it last night, and like anyone who's been listening to the podcast since then knows like how it felt like it was taking me forever to get my Slayer up to do the Western Elite.
Yeah.
And now, like, after, I don't even remember what level that was. I think it was like 93. After that, it's literally felt like it's flown by. Like, it doesn't feel like I should be 98 yet.
It's just flown.
It feels like I should be like 95.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like I've done that much Slayer, but apparently I have.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'll take it. The other thing I'll take is that 60 mil Fang split we got last night.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
That was very cool. And we did, it wasn't in my name. There was 4 of us that got a Fang. But we even did like the walk up part of it, and someone was being like,
The slow walk.
yeah, the slow walk, and someone was being sneaky because I was like the third person in the little row and like moved off to the side, like kind of to play it, like, oh, there's no purple, let me just go over to my chest. And I was just like, oh, I mean, they could have been checking their chest, but the way they did
Yeah,
it,
or they probably just were like, oh, this isn't for me.
the way they did it looked sneaky. I don't know how to tell when it's yours. It doesn't chat or
Easy,
what.
because you have your own chest,
Oh,
right?
yeah, okay, whatever. The way that it was
I
done.
think you don't get your own chest and the purple.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't got a purple yet.
Also,
So.
I've never seen multiple purples. I wonder if that's even possible. Because like,
You
how
could
would
just
that
be.
work?
You could both just click the purple, baby.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
I've
know, it
never
probably
seen
is
it.
just one at a time then.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it, so I
That's
don't know.
weird. Okay. Yeah. Super cool though. My cash stack is now like 270. It went down to like a little under 200 because during the subathon I was giving away a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Speaking of, I might have mentioned last week we're doing like a community challenge to go towards me doing uncapped subathon in October.
Yeah, she's gonna do 100-day subathon.
If you guys made go to 100 days, I'd be like, oh wait, there's a cap. I found it.
All of a sudden,
If it was more than a week, I'd probably be like, oh shoot, I forgot there is a cap.
you'd be willing to do it for a week.
Honestly, maybe not, but we'd see. We'd see. I'd just make it ridiculous and be like, all right, you guys, 1 sub equals 1 second. Let's go.
And then
Just be ridiculous.
everyone's like, we have to make it at least 1 day long.
I would take the money and I would stay up that day. I'd be miserable, but I'd take the money and go with it. I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
What if they did it for 36 hours? You have to sleep.
Yeah. That's like, okay, that's the good thing about an uncapped. Like, if it gets to be more than 24 hours, in my mind, that's like perfect. That means I'm allowed to sleep and no one could give me grief. And I'll just put it on. I was thinking maybe I'll just turn it to one of my VODs whenever I sleep. So then it's still me doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess people do that. I don't know. I've never seen it. Almost every single time, not almost every single time I've seen someone do a subathon that's like goes into sleeping time, they actually just have video of them just sleeping.
I don't want to do that. The person, I watched someone do it recently and they just had it on a screen for several hours and just had the screen saying what time they'd come back and had mods in the chat that were playing music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So could do something like that, but I would probably just play a VOD because I feel like that'd be the best. I don't want to show myself sleeping because I feel like I won't be able to sleep.
Oh, okay.
If I know that people are watching me sleep, I don't think I'll be able to sleep.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so excited for that. Seems like we'll probably hit that mark. But even if we don't, I'm going to do a Sabbathon regardless.
Then why'd you even do that?
No, I'd put a cap on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What's the point?
The point is if it's uncapped.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be funny if all this little cappy coin go towards it and then I end up doing uncapped and it doesn't go that long.
Yeah, it goes for
That'd
like
be
an
kind
hour.
of funny. I was telling them too. I was like, in that case, it would just be a cappy coin sink.
Yeah?
Yeah, it would be. We're taking out 100,000 cappy coins from the game.
Which is not very much.
No, it's not. It was funny. Dating has like a bunch of cappy coins and was like, you want to see something funny? And was going to fill out the entire thing. But everyone has a max of 2,000 that they could do a day.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the heck? And I was like, that was funny. Because he couldn't do it. Robert was going to do the same thing.
Yeah, that was the first thing I asked because I have like 500,000 points.
Yeah, you don't spend yours. And you just keep it open when you go to work. But yeah, so Subathon is going to be happening. In real life Disneyland stream is going to happen. I think we've settled on we're just going to do it at 8 o'clock per usual. And we're just going to do it for like half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
And just walk around and show you guys like cute Halloween stuff. So stop by on Saturday. I'm going to be making like a post on Discord for it. I think. Just letting people know all these things as well.
Yeah.
People who don't listen to the podcast or watch the stream usually. But yeah, I've also been playing some other games this week. So I've been playing some Soma, which is terrifying. Thanks for asking. It's a scary game. I was definitely getting scared of it, especially last night. I've usually just been playing like a couple hours a night because Ninja, shout out Ninja, one of our mods, got me the game. So I want to play it when Ninja's actually there.
Yeah.
But Ninja is on the East Coast, so But yeah, Soma has been so much fun. I also got a game called Capybara Spa, which is the cutest game in the world.
It's a pretty cool game.
It's the cutest. It's just little capybaras coming up.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, Robert was like texting me watching it at work, and he was like, "Oh my god, there's little ducks and stuff." So basically,
so like whenever you get out of the it's essentially just a spa.
You just
so you're
set
just
up baths
cleaning.
and put capybaras in it and fill their requests because they want fruit and stuff.
Yeah, you're just cleaning these capybaras. And the part that I like the most is whenever they get out of the spa and they're like leaving, it's like them and then
they have little friends that come join them in the bath that are baby capybaras, little ducks, frogs. I think there's one more thing I'm forgetting.
Yeah, and they're like whenever they get out, they're all just like sitting on the capybara's
Mm-hmm.
back.
It's super cute. So there'll just be like a capybara walking away all clean with two little baby capybaras sitting on his back.
Yeah.
It's adorable. Robert was sending me a lot of texts whenever I was playing, and I was like, "You love this game."
Oh yeah, because it's cool.
Super cute.
Yeah.
It's very on brand for our capybara heavy channel.
Yes.
I also tried out Cult of the Lamb, which is so much fun.
It's a pretty cool game. It's a lot like I mean, there's a lot of games actually.
People are comparing it to a lot of stuff. None of them I've played.
Yeah, there's a lot of games like it now.
Yeah, it's super cute. I'm a little lamb that was supposed to be sacrificed. Then, like, the devil kind of saved me, and I just started a cult for him. I don't know. But it's weird because you're just a cute little lamb, and all these other cute little animals are joining your cult.
Yeah.
But then it's, like, kind of like they're acting all culty at the same time, like, worshiping you. I don't know. It's kind of fun, though. It's not kind of fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is a really good game. I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited that I got to try that out. Yeah, all three of the games I listed were gifted to me, which was super nice. I also was gifted Cultist Simulator, and I tried to play it, and I don't understand it, so I need to look that up. I don't know how to play it.
You can look up a guide.
Yeah, it's more like a card game, so I think that you have to like read, not like a traditional card game, like you have to like read the cards and go through the story. I don't know. If anyone plays that game, like feel free to let me know on Discord.
I think there's a lot more reading than you were doing.
Yeah, no, I was definitely just like moving cards around, thinking that at a certain point it was just gonna like react, but that never happened.
No.
But yeah, I turned into more of a variety streamer this week, but it's been really fun. I've enjoyed it, and I think that's mostly it.
I mean, you
That's
also
a lot.
You forgot another thing.
What did I forget?
What were you doing at the God Wars dungeon?
Yeah, I've been working my combat achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I was at Zilliana, in my 16th kill count, I got an Armadillo crossbow.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
Yeah, so I was there with Ninja, so it was a 16-mil split, which I'll take it.
It's free money.
But super, super lucky, honestly.
And you also did you end up doing Krill at all? Or no?
It sounds like you're joking. Whenever you ask that, like, it sounds like you're trying to be mean because I was tanking and I tanked wrong and died on my first kill.
Oh, how do you do that?
That's why it's funny that you're like, oh, did you do Krillittle? I'm like, why would you bring this up
How do
right
you
now?
die that fast?
I thought I was supposed to play melee. I wasn't.
I mean, you can.
I should have played mage because the mage killed me in like 3 hits.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Basically. I don't know.
Also, you were
I was
trying
really
to
confused
tank
reading
with
the wiki.
not tank gear, so.
Yeah, I was just wearing bandos. I don't own tank gear.
And no shield.
Oh, yeah. Why was I using a defender?
I don't know.
That was a bold choice. I need to go back there. I did like 3 combat achievement things. Combat achievement. I forget what they're called.
Yeah,
I
combat
also-
achievement things.
I killed Zulrah once too because one of them was to kill Zulrah 25 times and I was at 24.
Yeah, it was
Took me a
rough.
few attempts.
It was rough.
I have like a plugin to help and you could just like click so it'll help you figure out which rotation you're on. And I kept clicking the wrong thing, so it would just be like random and I'd be like, I need to leave. I need to leave.
Yeah. You really only need to click. One thing I found out the hard way is you really only need to click like a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're able to just like follow the path.
Yeah, no, I was just doing too much.
Yeah,
But I'll go back to Zulrah sometime. It was pretty fast.
I doubt it, but yeah, that's cool.
No, I will. I enjoyed it. The Zulrah music's also really good.
Oh, is it? I don't listen to it.
It's very like dramatic and like orchestra-ish.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an opera, weirdly.
No. Yeah, I just listen to EDM whenever I do it.
Metal or EDM? Those are your only choices.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, so kind of working on combat achievements too, and raids and skilling things up because I'm getting so close to 99 of a few things.
Nice.
How have you been?
Pretty good. I do not have nearly as many updates because
Good thing I had so many.
Surprise. Similar to last week, I did not play any video games except for yesterday, and it was not RuneScape.
Oh yeah, what were you playing? Want to tell everyone?
I was just playing Terraria, which is like a totally different game.
But not the same Terraria as me. He started his new thing.
No, yeah, it's modded Terraria.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I just kind of was messing around with that, but really for only like an hour. So weirdly enough, for the first time in like, I don't know, at least
A decade.
yeah,
Over a decade.
probably at least over a decade. I haven't played I haven't played a game in 2 weeks essentially.
Yeah, we're not counting Terraria here.
Yeah, I mean even if you did count Terraria, it technically was 2 weeks. But yeah, I don't know. It's just been super busy, so don't really have. Also, I don't know. I kind of just like lost the drive to like play any games. Like no games really sound super interesting at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, I don't have a ton of time either. So it's just yeah, one of those things. I guess maybe. I mean, I'll definitely go back to playing, but I don't know when.
He is looking for a different job because I think that's probably a big contributing factor.
Oh,
Working
yeah.
in the middle of the night, he has no free time. He hasn't been asleep in like 24 hours when we're recording right now. There's not an ideal time for us to record anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how it is. So.
Yeah, I slept 3 hours. He's been up 24, and we're like, let's record this thing.
Yeah. It's all good though. It'll be
It'll
fine.
work out.
It'll be fine.
I'm not worried about it. Wait, but it's also Robert's birthday on Sunday too.
Oh yeah, it is
Everyone
my
wish him a
birthday
happy
coming up.
birthday. He
Yeah.
has no plans. He's like, maybe I'll work overtime the night
Turning
before.
55.
He's turning 28. Very dramatic about it.
Yeah. Either way though, we can probably move into the stuff for this week, the blogs. So
The
we'll
update
start
first?
with we'll probably start with secret message.
Okay, our docket is backwards, but whatever.
No, I said you weren't listening. It's okay. Don't embarrass yourself. But
I'm gonna listen back and I'm gonna be correct here. You said update first, then mysterious message.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Future Michelle, you're gonna love this moment.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, you're gonna cut this moment out.
Yeah. I definitely didn't say but before that. So this one is called a mysterious message.
Mm-hmm. So someone actually told me about this whenever I was streaming the other day, so I got to read it on time. It says, "Hello friends, Posty Pete here. Do y'all remember that funny letter I received in last month's post bag? Well, something even more unusual has gone on today. Earlier today, an odd-looking chap in a hood came by the GPDT offices and handed me 4 notes. They didn't have a stamp or anything. I didn't get a good look at his face, but I swear I saw a glimpse of a skull under that hood. Now, I'd know better than most that there's nothing wrong with having a skull for a face, or an entire body, in fact, but you have to admit, it's a bit out of the ordinary."
No.
You know what's funny? I didn't realize the first time I read this that he is just a skull flying around. I
Who
forgot.
is?
This guy, Posty.
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking about how like there's like death and stuff in this game. I didn't even think about the fact that, oh yeah, no, he literally is a skull.
Yeah. It's also funny because that reminds me of, like, right now as we're recording this, I just finished watching Overlord, the newest episode
That
of
reminds me of
Overlord.
skulls.
The main character is a skeleton.
There we go. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, so that's kind of funny.
Anyway, these notes. According to our hooded friend, all 4 of them are clues, and if you follow them, they'll lead you to never-ending wealth. Sounds like a good deal to me, assuming he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Thing is, I can't actually give you these clues for another week. In the meantime, though, he did say I could share the following information. Membership is not required to solve any of the clues, thank God. There are no hard requirements to solve the clues, thank God. The clues are all solved in-game by performing 1 or more actions. Don't worry, I won't say it again. The 4 clues are only starting points, and multiple steps are needed to solve everything. If a clue requires specific items, only those items should be carried when solving it. The first to solve the clues will have their names displayed in the game. Pretty helpful as suspicious hooded figures go. Pity he wasn't willing to tell me more, really. When I asked why he was going to all this trouble, all he had to say was a test. Ooh, or suppose all we could do is wait until next week and see where this all takes us. See you then, your pal Posty Pete. I'm excited.
I feel like it's really ironic that you're like, you're like being thankful that it requires no membership or requirements, and you have like practically everything unlocked in the game.
I'm saying thank God because I like when stuff's more accessible for everyone.
I mean, I guess, but I feel like most people that don't have requirements probably wouldn't like be participating anyways. Like, I don't see a new player jumping in and being like, all right, I'm gonna solve this thing in this game that I know nothing about.
You know what? I just want them to have the option. And I'm always
Yeah, I guess
advocating
so.
for more free-to-play stuff.
I guess so. But what do you think about this?
I'm excited.
Are you?
I think, I probably won't, right? But in my mind, I like to think that, oh, I want to try this. I think what throws me off from trying this is knowing that there's like hardcore people who are going to do it in 5 seconds.
I mean, maybe not.
Kind of wish I was oblivious to the RuneScape community sometimes.
There's definitely a chance that that's not true.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I still feel like that. Like, someone's going to immediately understand it. I don't know. I am interested. I'd like to try it without, like, seeing what anyone's saying, you know? I think it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Especially because they said it's a test. That makes me wonder if it's going to be something that they're thinking about implementing into the game.
Well, I think it's kind of like not gonna be, because it says you'll lead you to never-ending wealth.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll lead you to like it's gonna be like a play on words. It'll be like a book or something like that like tells you about, like, I don't know, like a get rich scheme or something like that. Like, I feel like
That'd
it's
be
gonna
funny.
be like a meme essentially. But
I was thinking it would just be like a small amount of gold because, you know, in the beginning quest, you're just grateful to even get like 1,000 gold.
yeah, I guess so. But most quests don't really reward gold, so that's kind of like weird.
Mm-hmm.
But this reminds me a lot of, and the reason I think that you probably would be, there's a good chance you're wrong about it being done quick,
Oh?
is because they've had stuff like this in the past. It's actually pretty famous. It's where the Clue Hunter's outfit comes from.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so they did this back in 2016. It was a kind of like a brain teaser like this called Crack the Clue. And it was done over 4 weeks.
That's released one at a time.
Yeah, they did one at a time over 4 weeks, and it did take people quite a long time to solve this, because it was just a, like, pretty much like a pirate map with like
X marks the
X
spot.
marks the spot treasure, and that was it. It really barely shows anything.
It's just like
on the
5
map.
trees, and you have to look at the entire map and figure out where are these trees.
Yeah, so this actually went on for like quite some time with yeah, it took like a while, like obviously 4 weeks minimum because of the clues, but even once they were all released, there was still like a lot of people that didn't know what was going on, and it still took the first person quite a while to do it. So
Okay.
yeah, so I don't think, if it's anything like this, it won't be done immediately. I mean, it might be done within the first couple of days, but definitely if it's like this, probably not within the first day.
So you're saying I have a shot.
I mean, yeah, I guess so if you really want to. But yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of, because like, yeah, it just seems really similar.
No, definitely. I was thinking it's very Clue Scroll-esque, so I'm like wondering what the test could be for, because I'd think that it'd be a test to like add something new to the game.
Yeah.
But it's like a different version of a Clue Scroll? I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
The reason I think it's going to be pretty difficult as well is because it says that the first people to solve it will have their names displayed in game.
Oh, yeah. That means it's not going to be super easy.
Yeah. And also, I wonder if they say names plural on purpose when that, like, you can do it as a group, or if they
Or maybe
just,
like top 10.
or if they're just, yeah, or if they're just saying it as in like this person, whoever is the first person to do it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm also wondering if like they mean displayed in game as in like permanently, like you get like an NPC or like a piece of parchment that says your name in game or something.
I mean, that'd be pretty huge
Or
considering my name in game is TTV Bunebape.
yeah, or like maybe probably more than likely it just will announce it in game, I guess.
Yeah. That's so cool, though. I mean, who knows if I'll be interested next week, but the idea of it is very cool, at least.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. It also says if a clue requires specific items, only those items should be carried when solving it.
That part's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
So you
it's
can't
gonna
be
be
like
strange to see.
bringing all your like clue hunter stuff with you.
Exactly. Whenever I do clues, I bring like a whole little thing with me.
Yeah, I think pretty much most people do. But that's pretty cool. I wonder. I'm looking forward to. I definitely won't be participating, but I am looking forward to
Seeing what it is.
seeing what it is. Yeah, I really hope it is like difficult. I don't want it to be done in like a day or whatever.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it took like a couple days because they're pretty good at riddles, or at least whoever
This community is, or RuneScape.
made the last one.
They did a good job.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job.
But they're probably gonna make it at least a little bit different.
No, yeah, for sure. But that's about it. So moving on to the update for this week, we have the Quest Speedrunning Wilderness Boss Rework Rewards and Poison Dynamite betas. So
A couple things going on.
quite the mouthful. That is literally the name of the blog. Funny enough, this did kind of wreck a few things. So apparently your food and potion drops do not follow you across worlds if you were trying to do the quest speedrun thing. It just wouldn't bring your food or potions, but that's been fixed.
That's funny.
They also made it so they accidentally nerfed less or need less help for the invocations for TOA. That's been fixed.
Oh wow.
And also, a few things aren't working as intended, including the beta worlds, which has been fixed. And also, the poison dynamite is not appearing to work as it is intended to. So they're still actually working on that.
Oh, that's not even fixed yet.
Yeah, so that's, I think that's pretty important considering that is one of the three things
That's a third of the update, supposedly.
that you need to, that you need to be testing. They go on to say that what can we say? Things just keep getting better this week.
Ayo, got him.
Beta, wow. We've set up a bunch of extra channels within the official Old School Discord to help you leave your feedback. So if you are participating, you can leave your feedback there. First up, let's look at the beta for the Wilderness Boss Rework Rewards and Poison Dynamite.
Hey.
If you're here for the Quest Speedrunning Beta, then you'll need to keep scrolling. As always, participating in a beta won't affect your normal saved game profile. Of course, if you're new to this, they pretty much have a entirely separate save of your character, or of your account rather, just on
it's like a parallel
separate
universe.
world. Yeah, it literally is. You just leave your soul or leave your body.
Leave your soul.
Leave your body in the main world, and your soul goes to the new world.
Yeah, I like how I'm making fun of you, and I'm like, silly you take your soul.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy. You just go into the new beta worlds, which is going to be 403, 405, 407, 410 for US, Germany, UK, and US West.
Couple options.
So yeah, definitely have everything open available to you, because whenever you do log into the beta worlds, your account is automatically set up with the new Wilderness Boss reworked weaponry, a handful of poison dynamite, and a trusty tinderbox, along with most of the quests auto-completed. You'll arrive in Ferox Enclave near the loadout table, which gives you a couple of options. So you can either left-click, which offers a wide selection of standard gear, as well as presets and stats, so you can customize which stats you have, which is actually really cool. Or if you want to just do it piecemeal, you can right-click it and customize whichever stats you have.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's yeah, if you've never been to the beta world, you pretty much have everything at your disposal that you'd
Yeah,
want
it's
to be
pretty cool.
testing. So you can be using max gear with max melee or max range, max stats, whatever you want. You can get it all there, so you can test all of it out. And if anyone is wondering, they the items do look crazy. I don't know.
They haven't designed them yet.
They didn't say whether that was
They said that they're placeholders and they're still work in progress.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
They don't say what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, they don't say whether it's gonna look like the scimitar and stuff like that. But this is pretty common. They'll just have like some crazy looking placeholders, so don't be
It's
alarmed.
like a bright green scimitar.
Yeah, they do look crazy, but that's just the way they look for now. All the stats should be appropriate, but they do look nuts. There's also a altar nearby, so you can switch your active spellbook, along with some handy portals that take you to various locations around Gilnor. So, time to take some new items for a spin. You can find out more about these updates in their respective news posts, but let's have a quick recap. So, it pretty much just looks like Thamron Scepter looks normal, and then you have the crossbow, which is pretty much looks like the crossbow, as well as Vigor's chain mace. And then it looks like a scimitar, like a dragon scimitar, but it is a special new item that we will be talking about.
But it is neon green.
Yeah, all these items look crazy, but those are the placeholders currently, which I think they're all going to be pretty relatively close to what they will be looking like anyways.
Probably like one slash weapon, one range, etc., etc.
Well, these are all the base weapons that you then upgrade into the actual weapons.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so for the first one, we have the Accursed Scepter, which is Thamron's Scepter, of course. The Skull of Vedion is going to be the item that you need in order to upgrade the Thamron's Scepter into the Accursed Scepter. It is going to require a pretty high requirement of 85 crafting. If you don't have it, then you can go and pay 500k to get it upgraded. This is actually, in my opinion, probably one of the strongest special attacks, or at least one of the stronger special attacks. It is very, very good, but unfortunately, if you do have 99 magic, it doesn't have a super high max hit of only 27 on a 4-tick cycle, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be a KO weapon, but I don't know, who knows, because the special attack is really interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
So it's called Condemn, and it's going to cost 50% special attack, and it's going to give 50% increased max hit, so it's going to be up to
40.
Yeah, up to 40, which is going to be pretty decent. You can definitely do some KOs with that. That being said, the other ones are also really good.
Seems like it'll be a significant just for the special mostly.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but as we get into the other ones, you'll see that their specials are also very good.
We should also acknowledge that the other half of it is 50% increased accuracy as well.
I think more importantly, on a successful hit, the target's defense and magic are reduced by up to 15%.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a great special attack.
So I think that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, you can't use it twice and reduce it by 30% or 15% and 15%.
Yeah.
It's at a maximum of reducing it by 85% of their additional value. So it will never go below that 15% reduction, unfortunately. So I don't know how well that's going to be for them, but either way, for example, if a target has 80 defense and 80 magic, Condemn can't reduce that below 68.
Okay.
So it definitely would have been really strong if you were able to stack that, but
That'd been super cool.
Yeah, also I think that would have been OP in like clans or in multi.
Oh yeah.
You had 5 people stacking this or something like that, and you
that would have been too good probably.
Yeah, you'd essentially have like 0 like magic defense.
It'd be like Corp.
Yeah, essentially. So the next one is going to be the Web Weaver bow, which is the crossbow's dad.
Yeah, the name of it makes me really excited to see how this looks.
Yeah. So this is using the Fang of Venenatis, and of course all of these special items are rare drops from their respective bosses. And this is also going to require 85 fletching, and of course you can just spend the 500k to get it upgraded as well. Okay. This actually does have some pretty high requirements in order to use. So it's going to take 70 range to use and has an 85 ranged attack bonus and 65 range strength. So it's compared to the crossbow, which is 75 and 60. So it's going to have quite a bit more as far as ranged attack and a little bit more strength.
Mm-hmm.
So it also gains the Swarm special attack. So this is a very good special attack, which is why I think the new Thermodon Scepter is very good, but I don't think it's as good as this.
Nothing compared to this.
So this one also requires 50% special attack, and it unleashes 4 attacks in rapid succession. So think like, you know,
DDS.
well, I guess the DDS, but I was gonna say the like the Dark Bow or the Magic Short, which both have double shots.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just gonna be 4 times, so it's actually gonna be
That's
more
awesome.
like the claws, if anything.
Like,
And yes, it does have a capped damage though at 40% per hit. So technically, if you got max hit on all 4 attacks, then it'd be 160% damage, which is pretty big.
wow.
And you could do that twice.
Nice.
And there's a chance that it poisons enemies on hit.
Oh, awesome.
So it is very, very good. I mean, if you get lucky, then that's massive damage potentially.
You're good.
Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe you'd use this as a KO weapon potentially over the Thamrons. So yeah, not really sure. This next one is pretty good for chasing down enemies.
Okay.
It's actually pretty funny, but this one's called the Claw or the Ursine Chain Mace, and you're going to use the Claw of Callisto. This one's going to take 85 smithing, so pretty high requirement.
Yeah.
And all of these items are going to be tradable, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, this one is going to be tradable.
Yeah, so I think all of them are tradable, so you don't have to
I think that was a poll.
Yeah, you don't have to do all of this crazy like upgrading stuff. You can just go buy it off the GE whenever this does come out.
Unless you're iron.
Yeah, exactly. So the Ursine Chain Mace is, of course, the dad version of Vigora's Chain Mace. It requires 70 attack to wield, has 71 crush bonus and 74 melee strength bonus. And you get the special attack called Bear Down.
That's a funny name. Get it? It's
Get
a bear.
it? Because it comes from a bear.
You guys get it?
It costs 50% special and hits with 100% improved accuracy.
Oh.
And if it hits, it deals a measly 15 damage over 6 seconds, which is about 2 damage a second.
Oh.
A little over. And it drains 50% run energy over the same time. So I thought that's pretty cool.
Oh, this is going to be used against me for sure.
Yeah. So this I think will definitely see use in multi, especially. I don't really see someone using their special on this solo unless they're in deep wielding and this is like what they're trying to like run you down with, I guess. With that being said, you probably just use like a range special.
If a bunch of uses on you, you're just dead.
Yeah. You
bring like 5 stamina pots.
If you have 3 people use this on you, yeah, you die really quick because the second half of the special is if a target has 0% run energy, then the damage dealt will be doubled up to 5 damage per second for 6 seconds for a total of 30 damage. So that is pretty strong. So
if someone hits you with this, you click stamina immediately over and over and over again. Do not let that hit 0.
Unless you don't have stamina, which most people don't run with stamina.
Bring staminas.
So that is pretty interesting. It'll definitely see use in multi. But
that's the one that makes me the scaredest, actually.
Yeah. This new item is really cool. So this is what I was talking about where it had the scimitar look in the beta because it is going to be a brand new item. Not an upgrade of anything, just a brand new item.
Oh.
So this is some kind of a PvP weapon with void associations. It rings a bell, but nothing familiar is staring back at us right now. So I'll tell you what that reference is from in a minute. Each of the 3 bosses has a chance to drop a separate piece of this item, separate from all the other ones, and it is called the Voidwalker. The blade, hilt, and crystal are the components, and you can go talk to the NPC beneath Old Knight to upgrade this for 500k, or you can just buy the completed one off the auction house.
Awesome.
This is a brand new tier 75 melee weapon requiring 75 attack, 75 strength, and 60 magic, so fairly high requirements.
Yeah.
And it is the new best in slot non-degradable option for training strength.
Oh god. Anywhere?
For any 75 attack builds, yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
so it is the new best in slot for training strength specifically.
That's cool.
So I think that's really cool. I don't know what everyone else used for training strength, but I used the Abyssal Dagger for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
this
don't remember what
is
I used, but it's
pretty
cool because
nice.
I feel like they're probably all much older weapons.
Yeah, it's cool to get a new weapon for sure. And it has a brand new, never before seen special attack called Disrupt. So this one costs 60% special attack energy and deals guaranteed magic damage between 50 to 150% of your melee max hit.
Jeez.
So this is potentially very, very good. Potentially very, very good for KOs. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like maybe you can KO this into like a DDS or something like that. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure. I don't PvP, but 60% I think is good because this is guaranteed damage. Like if you get someone low and then you use this, there's a pretty high chance they just die unless they are already eating.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty cool.
I'm
Uh,
scared of wilderness.
yeah. So I'm pretty excited to see this in just be used,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited that it can be useful outside of the wilderness. Like I'm glad it's not like a PvP specific special attack.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Explains why it's gonna be much harder to get.
Yeah, so they do say at the bottom that this item may look familiar. It's because it's actually literally just straight up the Karasi sword, or at least
Is that the one that didn't get approved?
no. So this is from RS3.
Oh.
So it's not literally, but it is taking heavy inspiration from the Karasi sword with a fresh lick of paint. It should fit better within the OSRS community now, and it doesn't
Awesome.
have pesky skill requirements. So this is what the Karasi sword looked like.
Oh, it looks sick.
It looks like
It
a
looks like a long, like halberd length curved sword.
I don't know about halberd length,
It
but
looks really long.
yeah, it looks like some more of the traditional hook blades that you might see in more
Yeah,
Middle
why do
Eastern
we
areas.
have me describe things ever?
I don't know. But they do reference the requirements because in RS3, the requirements for this are kind of insane. So it's a reward from a quest called The Void Stares Back, which is what they're
Sounds
referencing
like an
at
interesting
first.
quest.
And it requires 80 magic, 71 firemaking, 70 construction, 70 crafting, 70 smithing, 55 summoning, 25 defense,
Random low defense.
78 attack, and 78 strength in order to even wield the item.
Sounds like a much further along quest.
Yeah, so many requirements for the sword. The special attack is not similar at all.
Okay.
The name of it is similar, but it is
Totally different.
not totally different. It does deal damage on foes, but it also deals damage to adjacent players as well. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it is similar but different. Either way, it looks really cool. I think if it looks similar, then that'll be cool. They don't have a picture of it out yet, but if you just look up Karasi's sword for RS3, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, though, moving on from the Wilderness rework, well, what do you think of the weapons?
I think they sound really cool.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know if I'll use them because I don't really go to the wilderness.
of course. If you had to pick one, which one do you think is the coolest?
I mean, the bow sounds cool because it just sounds like it's going to look very spiderwebby and dope.
Oh, yeah.
And if it doesn't look spiderwebby, I'm low-key going to be disappointed at this point.
Yeah.
You can't call it web weaver and not make it look like a spider web on the bow. I don't know. I'm imagining like the strings look like spider webs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really excited to see that. I mean, I probably will have to get it eventually whenever I start the collection log grind. We'll see. I'm most excited to see the bill though.
Yeah.
How about you?
I
I don't know a favorite for the specials because I probably won't use them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking appearance wise.
I think I'm most excited for the Thamron Scepter rework just because it's so useless right now. But I think I'd agree just because the bow special attack seems like really insane.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, I mean, besides the wilderness ones, I am most excited for the Voidwalker just because it
The one that you would use potentially.
the only one that I'd actually potentially use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I just don't see myself out in the wilderness doing like rev caves with the web weaver or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that is it for the wilderness boss rework little update that they had here. I think it's really cool that they are showing the weapons so early and letting you test them
Describing the
out.
weapons, not showing weapons.
Well, I mean, you get to try them out, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But moving on to the poison dynamite. So for anyone that doesn't remember, this is from I think it's
A
from poll
while ago.
76. They say they were talking about it during poll 76. I don't think it was polled, but they were just discussing it. This is a new way for you to
Keep your 10 hit point account, right?
yeah, so it's a way for you to have your low HP account, because previously there were ways to level up your melee skills without using, or by using like a weird method that apparently was a bug
Mm-hmm.
that they fixed, and then they like felt bad for ruining
Every 10
everyone's
hit point account.
every 10 hit point account. So they proposed adding this new way to get your different combat skills
Yeah.
up.
A new way that's meant to be for 10 hit point accounts.
Yes, so this is specifically only really useful for 10 hit point accounts, unless you have like a really weird niche use.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a new untradeable item. So the Poison Dynamite is going to allow you to kill NPCs without gaining XP. This means 10 HP accounts will be able to do various types of activities that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. So actually, I was wrong. This doesn't even give you XP for your combat skills. It just straight up makes it so you're allowed to do damage without getting hit point experience.
So you don't get any XP?
Yeah, it says with kill NPCs without gaining XP. So
I guess you could. I don't know what it'd be for. I don't know.
I mean, if you want to do quests or
Oh, yeah, that's the thing too.
stuff like that,
Okay.
maybe you want to level Slayer, you could do it this way potentially.
True.
Yeah, so you just will not be gaining any XP, including melee, range, HP, which is probably the most important. But the Poison Dynamite can be created at 50 firemaking with 1 dynamite and 3 nightshade, and are lit and deployed like lighting a log with a tinderbox. After 5, I wonder if you're going to be able to. That'd be cool. I feel like they should make it so that you can use Broom and Torch just like a tinderbox.
Ooh, that'd be nice because it has a fire making requirement, which kind of makes Wintertot relevant.
You can use it like a tinderbox in Wintertot.
Yeah.
So I wish they would just make that everywhere. But either way, after 5 cycles, the Poison Dynamite will explode, rolling off of your highest accuracy stat against the target's appropriate defense stat. So if your ranged stat is the highest, for example, rolling your ranged level versus the target's ranged defense.
Okay.
So yeah, this will only hit the target if it is multi-combat, or if it's a single target and the player is in combat with it already. So you can't just place it in the middle of a bunch of enemies that aren't fighting you and it deal damage to all of them.
Just ultra griefing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure someone thought about that.
True.
It'll then deal either between 0 and 4 damage. So not very much, but what else can you expect? This, of course, is depending on your fire making level. Only hit the target on the coordinates it was deployed on, and have a 25% chance to poison the target if it deals damage, unless they're immune, of course.
That part's nice, at least.
Only 1 dynamite may be deployed at any one time, and will give you a small amount of fire making XP per lit dynamite. This is to try. So, I mean, if you are a low HP account and you're not doing fire making XP, then I guess you're just SOL. But
yeah, you better go start.
I don't know what kind of account that is, but I'm sure it exists. This is to try and replicate the now removed spawn hitting behavior, which is like we were talking about earlier.
The old method.
The old method, and apparently a weird bugged method that was never meant to be in the game.
That they want to remove from it.
Yes. So they want to know what everyone thinks. This was kind of debated because this affects heavily certain accounts, and those accounts didn't feel like it did a good job, I think, the first iteration around, or at least the first time they heard it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to hear if anyone does have this type of account and what they think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure next week there will already be hot fixes or cold fixes over the week for it.
Yeah, maybe, or they just people might hate it so much they don't do it. Who knows?
True.
I have no idea. I've never been interested in a 10 HP account.
Yeah, no. Sounds awful.
So speed running through the next few things, we have the Quest Speedrunning Beta. So like they said, a lot of betas this time around, and this is another one. Quest Speedrunning arrives at the end of the month. So you might say it's fast approaching.
But
wow. To make sure everything's up to scratch, we want you to help us test the system. But what is quest speedrunning? It's a new game mode where you can play
What
classic
are
quests and old school at high speed to show all your gaming prowess and quest knowledge. We wrote an explainer blog that you can check out.
That we talked about, I think,
That-
multiple times.
Yes, we've already talked about many times, so you should know what this is about. Essentially, just doing some quests as fast as possible
For rewards.
for untradeable rewards. Again, participating in the beta will not change your save profiles or anything like that.
This is one where you're in your little parallel universe.
Yes, parallel universe, taking your soul, putting it in a different one.
Yes.
Upon logging into the speedrunning world, you'll be prompted to select the quest that you'd like to run immediately. So no fiddling about. Once you've made your choice, the game will automatically adjust your stats to the recommended levels for the quest you've chosen, as well as provide all of the relevant items.
Awesome.
This keeps things fair and ensures that everyone starts in the same place. So this was probably my main question, is how they were going to do this. So this seems like
Perfect.
obviously the easiest way to do it. Again, for anyone that doesn't know, there's no trading, no tutorials. You're an Iron Man, so all the stuff that comes with that.
No access to mini games.
No access to mini games, teleport cooldowns, pause when you log out, so you can't just teleport and then log out and wait for it to go back on cooldown. Shops all have static stuff, so you can't, be sneaky and sell stuff to the
or buy everything so other people can't.
Yeah,
exactly. Would be more of a fear.
So if a merchant sells a knife, he always sells a knife. He doesn't run out. He doesn't have new stuff. It's always the same thing.
Their inventory is always full.
Yeah, so everything has to be as static as possible so that all the race conditions are the same for everyone. Death work as normal and dropped items behave as normal, but they'll be deleted once the speedrun ends. So no giving your friends stuff. To discourage chicanery, again, I don't know. I should have looked that word up.
I think that means sneakiness.
Yeah, I guess it just means,
cheating,
tomfoolery, whatever. The following rules apply to players on Speedrunning Rules who are not on a speedrun. You cannot gain XP, and deaths are safe, and any items dropped are immediately deleted. So again, no helping your friends. They also have, again, looks at the reward system, what kind of rewards you can expect from completing certain quests.
And the very few quests that they're adding, they're all free to play. There's just like 6 of them.
Yes. And for anyone wondering, you cannot get enough points early on completing all the quests. Even at the highest tier, you cannot afford the tier 3 agility.
Speedrunning outfit.
Yeah, speedrunning outfit. So you can get all the other stuff probably, but
you can't get the coolest part.
You can't get the coolest part until they release new and more quests later on.
I'm gonna have to do so many quests to get that because I'm gonna be so slow, I bet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to do like the lowest level on 200 quests to get the outfit.
Yeah, 100%. Also, this is a pretty cool update. So that's about it for the speedrunning stuff. This is at least for me, something I wasn't expecting, but this is the quest journal change. So I didn't think they were going to be changing the quest journal, but this seems like a pretty cool change. Alongside this week's beta bonanza, we've made some improvements to the quest journal, so you have all of the vital information you need at your fingertips.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. The new and improved journal lists quest series, length, difficulty, and release year. And there's also a handy show on map button that helps you find your way to the start point.
That's very cool.
So that's really, really cool.
You don't have the wiki at your disposal. You could just be like, how long is this quest? And you could see.
Yeah, so if like you're on the 5th quest in the 8 of the Myrique quest line, then
you get really sad about how long it's going to take you.
Yeah, you can see where you left off, how long it's probably going to take, how difficult it is, and the name of it and all that stuff, of course, is normal. And so, yeah, it seems like a really cool thing they should have had in the game a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all, if anyone, I mean, pretty much everyone uses the wiki, but this is very, very wiki-esque, if you will. So this is
I like it.
Yeah.
They make it so you don't have to go and like actually open up multiple tabs, which is kind of annoying when you're streaming.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying all the time.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have 2 screens. Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
But,
how did I used to do all this just on a tablet?
Yeah, you probably still will need to open the wiki for harder quests, but this is a pretty cool start.
Yeah.
So that combined with the new quest assistant thing that tells you which quests you should be doing or could be doing, I think this is a pretty cool revamp so far. I mean, I hope they do more, but I think this is a pretty good start. Pretty good start. And one last thing for the Speedrunning Rewards. If any of you missed it like me, because they didn't post it in anywhere here, they
I don't
posted
know
it
why it wasn't in the news
on
post.
Twitter alone. So the results for the 3 polls for
The new rewards.
yeah, the new rewards for speedrunning. It's should the speedrunning trophies be added to the game? Yeah, 80% said yes, so that passed. Should the adventurer's outfit tiers 1 through 3 be added to the game? Yes, that passed even more with 86%.
I wonder if people know. They're like, I hate this outfit.
And there's always someone. And finally, the question 3, should the speedrun teleport be added to the game? And that one was also an overwhelming yes at 82.7%.
It's so cute. I'm excited.
Yeah, so all 3 of them passed. All the stuff that's going to get added to the game. All of it's going to be untradeable, of course, and it's going to look really good.
Yeah, and the other results were just, should they be in tradable? I mean, yes. And are they going to be in the collection log? No.
Yeah. So, pretty cool.
Oh, also the stopwatch is going to be added. We forgot to read that part.
Yeah, also the stopwatch. There's actually 6 questions, but I forgot to go over the other ones. Moving on to the final part of the notes for this week. It's going to be about Tombs of a Mascot. Like we said last week, they added presets for Tomb of a Mascot now, which are really, really handy.
Mhm.
You're going to be given 5 preset slots, so you can hook them up to entry mode, normal, expert, whatever you want, really. Maybe you're trying to go for like Zabak level 5, and you just have a preset for that while you
Because
try
you have
to
to
do
try
that.
a billion times.
Yeah. Then you have that option now, so you can easily load and save whichever invocations that you want to run over and over again. They also made some changes to the invocations, so if you're interested in those, make sure to check those out. They just changed the rewards by a few points here and there, and also changed silent prayers to deadly prayers, completely changing it so now that the new invocation drains your prayer by 20% of the damage taken, rounding down. So a bit of a change there. In addition to that, one really cool quality of life thing for Tomb of a Mascot
For me
is
specifically.
you cannot get duplicate drops of the Karis Partisan jewels. Not at least until you have all 3 of them.
You know what? Okay, well, this is great. You know what's super frustrating? Is that I've gotten 3 red, which means that if this had already been a thing, I would have had all 3 jewels.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty common
Yikes.
theme where a lot of people have like 5 of one, so that won't be happening
Mhm.
now. They also have a slew of other changes for TOA specifically that are some quality of life stuff, some fixes, making it so, for example, the Lidness Ward now does the proper damage. For some reason it didn't, and also, just stuff like that. So with that being said, we can move on to questions.
Yeah, our Q&A. So our first question this week is from Harger, who has moved from Twitter over onto Discord now.
Quite the progressive.
What is your favorite and least favorite quest that requires construction? My favorite is Firemaking Isles. It's just a quest in my favorite quest series. I love the islands you go to, and the Helm of Neatsnot has some great new fashionscape. My least favorite is Tower Life because it's just boring and the rewards are lame. So for me, my favorites, I chose Getting Ahead because it's easy. I thought it was like kind of a cuter quest as well. It's the one where you're just like south of the Farming Guild and you have to go get that head. And they're like, "Oh, I don't believe you. You don't really have the head." No, wait. It's south of the Farming Guild, and it's the one where they don't believe that you really killed this monster because it's a headless monster. So you have to go and build a fake head.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
You don't? Yeah, it's a small quest.
Oh,
It's a little one. It's newer. I think it's like last year.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
And my least favorite is Song of the Elves. Not for the quest itself, like the story's cool, just because it's so long. So long, and it was hard.
Oh, okay.
It was either that or Dragon Slayer 2, because that's one of the other ones. Those were both really hard.
Yeah.
Not for lore, just because I struggled.
So I had to pull up a list because I don't remember any of these quests.
Oh yeah, no, I pulled up in a list earlier too.
Probably my least favorite is Making Friends with My Arm. It is like a really repetitive, really long quest.
Mhm.
It's like I get the funny aesthetic of it, but it's
Still can be frustrating.
yeah, not super fun to do. And probably my favorite one would be Song of the Elves, just because it unlocks one of my favorite areas in the game. But
Christmas is beautiful.
my actual favorite one is going to be Cold War because the penguins are pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a tattoo of them.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique area as well, so I like that.
I know. I wish we had more reason to go back there. Like, we should have, like, clue scrolls that you have to go there. Just because it's a cool area.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my answer.
It'd probably be annoying getting there, but...
Absolutely. I'm glad they don't.
should have a fairy ring there. The next one is from Matt over on Instagram. If you could only have 3 fairy rings, which would you pick? Oh, and the ones required for quests are accessible only for that quest and afterwards not anymore. So I was thinking, like, during the Merlin's Crystal quest, you can't go to that one random alternate universe area.
Okay.
Whatever, I don't remember what it's called. Matt would choose the one to the west of the GE, the one on Miscellanea, and the one in Tazar Dungeon. I had to look at a list because I use fairy rings all day, all the time. Because I love doing clue scrolls. So it was kind of hard for me to choose. 2 of them were easy. A third was hard. So the first 2 are going to be CIS, CKS. I always get them confused which one's which, but I use them both all the time. One's in Canifis and one's at the Arceus Library. All the time.
Yeah.
The Canifis one I used for, like, clues. I used to do the mushroom thing whenever I do mushroom on my Tangleroot grind, which I'm trying to do more frequently. And the library, like, I also use that for clues all the time. I use it if I have to go to the library for anything, and I use it for blood runes, rune crafting.
Okay.
Easy. I wasn't sure about the third. I tentatively put BIQ, which is to Calfight Queen. Someone help me remember that. I think it was Tramp. By saying Big Insect Queen is how to remember it. Either that or the Lighthouse, because that's, like, one that I kind of have to go to fairly often for clues, and I go there for Slayer, and that one's ALP.
Yeah.
I use fairy rings all the time, so that was hard.
Yeah, I do not use fairy rings practically ever. So I could just say none, and I would be perfectly content with that.
You'll change your mind eventually.
No, I won't.
Oh, God, it's not like those annoying people who are like, you'll want kids eventually.
Yeah, if I had to choose one, it would probably just be the one that I used recently because it is kind of expensive to get to Zulrah, so I'd just say the one next to the GE and Zulrah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about the Zulrah one.
Yeah.
The one in the house is nice, too.
I mean, the one in the house is nice, but where would I would just use it to get to Zulrah still. So I guess, yeah.
Wait, I do want the one in my house. Never mind. I'm keeping that because I use that for everything.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'd probably just, I guess I'll just do the one at the GE, my house, and Zulrah.
Yeah, Canifis Library in my house.
Yeah.
Let's make sure my house is in this because that's the fairy ring I use.
I pretty much never use fairy rings. Like, I just use the teleports to get places.
Yeah, fair. Our final question from Wraith. You can invite one person, dead or alive, as a guest on your podcast to introduce to RuneScape. Who do you invite? I'm trying to think who would be the funniest dead person to invite to play RuneScape.
Dead or alive?
Probably like some random Victorian child. So they'd be like, what is this?
A random Victorian child?
Who would you invite?
A random Victorian
I'm trying
child.
to think of a real answer, but I think that they'd enjoy it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're telling me a Victorian child wouldn't enjoy this?
So, yeah, I actually had to look it up because apparently my first answer was completely wrong.
We're going to cut it off. He just made up a name.
Yeah. I'm actually changing my answer after looking it up because I thought I'd get a comedian on because that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so I totally forgot that, I'd definitely have Robin Williams on.
Robin Williams would be good.
Yeah, because he's like one of my favorite dudes. I definitely think he left too soon. Mm-hmm. He's hilarious. And he doesn't play video games, but he did play video games a little bit. His daughter's name is Zelda.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'd be into it, but I think he'd like relate, and it'd be kind of like, probably kind of funny, probably kind of boring,
maybe
but also
wholesome.
Also maybe kind of funny.
Yeah, I'd like to change my answer from Victorian child to T-Pain.
Oh, okay.
Because T-Pain streams stuff too, so I think it'd be really cool to see him streaming old school RuneScape.
Yeah.
It just sometimes just be like at the GE and be like, hey, T-Pain's there.
T-Pizzle, dude. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Also, we could ask him to sing on our podcast. His singing voice is so good without autotune.
He is a very good singer.
With autotune as well.
Talented man.
Where T-Pain stands in this household.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So probably Robin Williams. That was about it.
Yeah. What are you going to be working on this week? Why did I even ask?
I don't know. Maybe playing the game. Who knows?
Working on finding a new job. Got him.
Working on Glassdoor.
Working on having a birthday. Working on looking at Glassdoor.
Being extremely busy.
Yeah,
Same as always.
Wish I didn't even ask. Depressing. Yeah. Hey, birthday though.
But so probably not too much. Well, what about you?
I want to get 99 defense.
It's taking so long.
Why are you making a face?
It's taking
because
so long.
I do it and then I get distracted by doing other stuff like combat achievements, or I start doing raids and stuff.
Yeah.
I need to just stick to Slayer, keep my head down, and finish defense. Because I could finish it today if I do that. I was doing Slayer the entire time that we were streaming, actually. But one of the tasks I'm doing, it's the greater demons, and I'm just cannoning them. And I found it's faster to cannon them in the chasm of fire if you don't hit them and just safe spot while you cannon.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I wanted my defense up.
Yeah. I mean, you could just use range.
So I think I'm gonna get the 99 defense. No, actually, because it hits more if it's multi.
No, I'm saying you could use the cannon there and use ranged and train defense at the same time.
No, if I use the cannon in range, it's single only, and the whole point is whenever I'm hitting one, it slows it down a lot, and they're so condensed in that room that if you're not hitting any and it's hitting all of them, it hits them really fast.
All right, yeah,
I noticed yesterday because
seems like a really expensive method.
Well, yeah, but I have 260 mil cash stack right now.
I mean, that's cool. You don't have Torva though.
I don't have Torva. Why would you bring that up right now?
Just saying, you don't have a scythe either.
Oh, I'm saving up for a scythe. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get 99 defense. If I don't get 99 defense, everyone could give me the most grief ever because that would be kind of insane.
The most griefs?
If I'm 100,000 away and don't get it in a week, that would be kind of crazy.
I mean, it's definitely highly likely.
It's possible. If I start doing raids only, it would be super possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll probably do a couple more raids. I've been like, I don't know what new sub goals to do, so I've just been tentatively being like, yeah, just get 5 subs and I'll go do Toa because I can't be bothered to just go.
Yeah.
And someone did it yesterday and I got a thing split. So I'm like, ugh, I really need to do this more. I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't be
to
bothered.
Be fair, that was only the second item you've ever seen.
True. It was funny. Whenever I got the Armadillo crossbow the other day, I was like, whoa, I made more money here than I have in raids. And I was like, oh, that's not true. I got 160
That is
split.
absolutely not true.
Immediately forgot about that, the chap split.
Yeah.
But whatever. So yeah, just making money, skilling things, the family business. I actually made that a supernatural thing. Okay, cool.
Cool. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah, if you want to check out my stream, see me hopefully get 99 defense. Hopefully, God, I'll have this by the time it comes out. We're recording on Wednesday. I stream at twitch.tv/Bunebape. I stream 5 days a week at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time at night, so come hang out. We're doing a rare Saturday stream at Disneyland. I'll be posting about that on Discord, so if you're not on our Discord yet, join that, please.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Twitter, Bunebapeosrs, and our Instagram and YouTube are both just Bunebape. I'm not good at posting on Instagram anymore. I post on my story and I'm streaming, but I've kind of stopped posting memes.
Yikes.
I'm trying to just post personal accomplishments instead, but the thing is I haven't gotten any personal accomplishments.
All right, so thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Hopefully you all enjoyed it and have a good rest of your day.
And we'll see you all
very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.